Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we're going to talk about how you're helping other entities steal your wealth. Not only is the government doing it, but you're helping other entities steal your wealth. I'm in the lab and we're going to talk about it here shortly. We're going to go on the screen and welcome Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. As you can see, we're at the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page, and I want to thank you for being here. And please like the video once again, and please share the videos. We have a myriad of topics that we discuss, and plenty of ways to help ordinary citizens, otherwise known as OCs around here, otherwise known as emerging millionaire around here. And please notice the join button over here on the right hand side. This is how you become a member of the channel, and you receive special messages on the community tab, such as dividend investing, stock investing, real estate investing, and other updates to make money and create wealth. And I give 1 or 2 videos per month under the community tab specifically for members only. And like tonight, Wednesdays only, we have members only chat. Everybody can watch the live stream, but on Wednesdays during the live stream, only members with the icon next to their name are the only ones that can be in the chat room and talk. So again, thank you for being here, and let's get into it. I'm going to start with something. We're talking about real estate. We're talking about corporations. We're talking about the government jacking you. And what you don't understand is you're sitting there, think about this. How many of you are giving your money to a 401k, to hedge funds? You're thinking innocently enough, I need to earn 10, 12, 15% on my money if that's what they're paying. How many of you have heard of Fundrise? I'm sure a lot of you who are into real estate investing might have heard of Fundrise, where you have thousands of people chip in, maybe even only a few $100, and you get a percentage of the profits, right? So I'm going to show you something now that could be used against you and is being used against you. But first, we're going to talk about AMC. We can't let this slide. In case you missed the last video that I came out with AMC to the moon, when we were talking about on the live stream, I just want to show you the short volume ratio was at 23%. It has moved up 3% today. This is on fintel.io. You can go there. It's free information. You can find out other things as well. I just want to get into that. Now, back to the housing situation. With your hard-earned money, the housing. I see we have a problem here on the screen. But with your hard-earned money, you can see right now, if you sell a house these days, the buyer might be a pension fund. This is in the Wall Street Journal. I will have the link down below in the description. Once again, you're innocently having a pension fund. You're innocently paying hedge funds, innocently making investments into other companies. And they are going around bidding against you, your neighbors, fellow Americans, and bidding up the price. Why? Because they have free investment money as a group. And there's more to this. Don't be shocked now. There's a lot more to this. All right? Look at this. Total value of U.S. rental homes is 4.5 trillion. What is happening is a perfect example in this article where D.R. Horton built 124 houses in Conroe, Texas, rented them out, then put the whole community, Amber Pines at Foster Ridge, on the block. who's who of investors in December 2020, and the winning bid was $32 million. And guess what? Online property investment platform Fundrise, there you go, which manages more than $1 billion on behalf of 150,000 individuals. So you're innocently putting your money with Fundrise, but they are creating rental communities by building homes, putting them on the auction block, getting their money all up front. This beats selling homes hand to hand, one person at a time. I'll tell you that right now. If you can get this works. If you're selling a swath of homes, you would want to be able to sell all of them at once and get 32 million. What does that mean though? Divide 32 million by 124, right? What is that? That is insane. The valuation that they got for that. Why do they have the valuation? Because it's multi-family properties at this point. There's 124 homes, but it's not just one home each. It's all combined together. And then when you add the rental number into that, let's say it's all $1,000 per month, which is $12,000 per year. You're making $144,000 in profit per year. Let's say it's profit, not revenue. Or is it, $200,000 a year? Is it $300,000 a year? But I do know this, as a real estate owner, I can raise the rent anytime I feel like it. You don't have a choice other than to move. And therefore, the home prices that they just bid up, they created a situation where all home prices in that area increased. So much that ordinary citizens aren't going to be able to buy them. All right? So hopefully you guys understand, this is not something that's just once in a lifetime. I'm going to show you right now. We can keep this going. Here's BlackRock. They're using a different name. Okay, they're not calling themselves BlackRock in Palm Desert, California. All right, they're calling themselves a different name, an investment company. And then they go in and buy, like they say here, 167 acres in the neighborhood. This right here is blank. They're going to do the same playbook. They're going to build homes, rent them out, and you're going to be a renter nation. And the property values are going to keep skyrocketing because you are bidding against these hedge funds. Firm purchased land in 2017 under the name of University Park Investor LLC. That is BlackRock. 1,100 homes can be built in there. They make more money, more profits for their shareholder by renting multifamily properties. You start controlling homes, guess who keeps the appreciation value of the home? This is something of how your wealth is being stolen. Now granted, it's not like they have already purchased up, hundreds of millions of homes. It's in the hundreds of thousands, but this is a trend because people are parking their money with all these firms, and these firms are then able to use your money, just like a bank, and go in and buy up hundreds of homes, all of zip codes. All right? So you have to keep in mind, this is some of the reasons why everybody in America is going to have a hard time in the future if you don't already position yourself to make extra money and have these streams of income coming in. Because there's going to be a time when everything gets outpriced, outpaced from what you can do. See the Wall Street investors buying single-family American homes. That's right. You guys are thinking, oh man, why are the prices going up so much? No, you thought you're bidding against 3-4 different people. Well, some of those people could be these hedge funds, BlackRocks. And look here, BlackRock is buying every single family house they can find, paying 20 to 50% above asking price and outbidding normal home buyers. You know why? Because they have other people's money. It doesn't matter if they overpay. As long as they have the renters in there, then they can come around the following year and said, well, you paid $1,300 a month, but now it's going to be $1,425 a month. You see where I'm going with this? And now you're going to be locked in, because if you were living paycheck to paycheck already, Well, you know the numbers. 70% of the population lives paycheck to paycheck. So this just solidifies you're going to keep a whole bunch of people living paycheck to paycheck unless you're within the SSN nation. And then you say, you know what? Eric's been telling me for like 2 years, almost 3 years now. I better get those streams of income coming in. I better get those assets under my name because it's better you have an asset as an ordinary citizen than these hedge funds. Just like how we're holding AMC, it's better for us to hold them than these guys that's trying to short the stock and then use synthetic stocks and do all this dark pool money nonsense. It's better for us to hold it because then the value stays appropriately and no manipulation is happening. And here we go right now, because why? This extra money that the government has been giving people, not people, corporations, those PPP loans, some companies who make 20, 50, $100 million somehow is getting PPP loans. They're using that free money and buying property, homes, overpaying, just so ordinary citizens can't get a house. This is happening in America, ladies and gentlemen. All right? You guys, look here. I'm going to give you another one. This right here, Goldman Sachs backed single family rental fund for small investors. Look at this. Fund rise again, ladies and gentlemen. So you thought those hundreds of thousands of investors that are the grassroots, you, me, and everybody else who put money in Fundrise, you're thinking, oh, okay, they're investing in property. Well, guess what? All that money that you put in, they get to go and borrow money from somebody else. Just like this article I'll have down below. Fundrise recently invested in a rental income community in Sandy Springs, Georgia. Goldman Sachs last week provided $300 million credit facility to the company, ladies and gentlemen. Do you not understand the power of having assets and the power of having a lot of money from investors in your pockets? They were able to go get $300 million with your money. That's what it basically translates to. This is what I've been teaching you guys for the last 3 years, getting your assets so then you can borrow against your assets. Not only can you borrow against your assets, now you have assets where somebody else is going to say, you know what? You got enough assets here. We don't need nothing. We'll give you a credit line of millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands, whichever case it may be. The point I'm trying to show you is Fundrise didn't have to go to the 150 to 250,000 people and say, hey, does anybody want to invest in some more because we're going over here to Sandy Springs and go buy a rental home or rental home townhomes and build up this community. They didn't have to do that. Why? Because they already have your money. They used your money to go buy swaths of single family homes, have values of 32 million, 20 million, 15 million. It all adds up. Now they have $100 million in assets. And now you just knock on the door. Hey, Goldman Sachs, can I get a few $100 million? Because why? We're going to build some townhomes in Sandy Springs, one of them little upscale neighborhoods. And we're going to charge like $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 for these little 1,800 square foot townhomes. And they're like, okay, we can get with that. How many of these you going to build? Oh, no worries. Perfect. And you're still going to operate that Fundrise thing, right? Where you're going to get some more people to put in some more money, right? That's right. We see no risk here. Fine. This is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. See how simple this is? Look at this. Real estate firm Sunrise manages a fund that enables customers to invest as little as $500 in homes, going up in fast-growing cities such as Charlotte, North Carolina, Tampa, Florida, San Antonio. Are you getting the picture yet, ladies and gentlemen? And they just gave them $300 million. How many $300,000 homes can you buy? Please, anybody. All right? How many of them? I'm gonna put the numbers in because I don't know. 300 million divided by 300,000. That's 1,000 homes. 1,000 homes that they're gonna buy up potentially, or make and create homes with even a better upside, because I can build a townhouse, a 1,800 square foot townhouse in Georgia for probably 200 grand, and they're going to sell it in Sandy Springs for like 450 to 600, I'm sure. So now they're using your money, ladies and gentlemen, in order for them to get the credit facility from Goldman Sachs. And now you can see why the rich keep getting richer and you keep getting poorer. And I'm going to give you guys one last thing, because there's a guy on Fox News. Everybody knows who Sean Hannity is, and he talks an awful lot of mess, and people don't understand why he gets to talk all this mess, right? Well, if you knew that the guy has insider trading with HUD, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, housing, urban development, while everybody's sitting around here trying to get HUD loans, FHA loans, VA loans, things like that, USDA loans. Well, what if you had insider trading and somebody just says, here you go, we'll give you a little bit of help. And oh, by the way, you don't need all that money. No, we'll give you a loan. Because, you're a personality and yeah, you make whatever, $2 million a year, whatever the case may be. But yeah, we're just going to give you a little bit of, properties. Carry out multi-million-dollar real estate deals. All right? Look at this. He uses shell companies because he wanted to hide it so people wouldn't know on TV that the dude's really a 0.05%er, acting like he's ordinary citizen. Shell companies that spend at least $90 million buying more than 870 homes across 7 states over the past 10 years. All right? Now, most people don't realize this guy bought apartment complexes in Georgia. 2014, 22.7 million. Guess what though? HUD gave him mortgages of 17.9 million. He only had to come up with the 5. All right? Who do you think he's friends with? Come on. This is what I'm talking about. Everything is not equal, ladies and gentlemen. And if you keep believing that, then you're just going to be sold down the river and you're going to be up a creek without a paddle. All right? So I just wanted to point out today what is going on here with your money. And this is why I've been saying keep your money, keep your crypto, keep your gold, silver, keep your stuff in your possessions. You got to put things in place. Celsius Network, where you can borrow against your assets. No credit check, no hard inquiry. You use PayPal to run or receive payments. Then you can get a PayPal working capital loan. Again, no credit check, no qualifying for your business. All right? This is simple stuff that everybody can do. You don't have to go up here at this high level and start with the millions, but sooner or later you will be at those high levels. And once again, I'm going to end this with this disgusting talk by Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan talking about I'm hoarding cash because there's a very good chance inflation is here to stay. Oh, you think? You print up 50% of the money supply. You think there's going to be inflation? Please, where are the economic professors around the world? Somebody should be slapping this man. He knows this BS he's talking right here is BS. Come on now, OCs. Wake up, I'm hoping I'm waking you up. Because that's why we don't have the views. Because this crap right here is nonsense. Let me explain something to you. You guys know by now. Last month, 3% inflation. That means if you had $100, this month you can only buy $97 of what you could have bought last month. Okay? So that means everything in the basket, you have to take out whatever is $3, you got to take out. 4% is expected for this month of June. That means in 2 months, your $100 can only buy $93 worth of stuff now. How are you going to hoard cash knowing full well there's inflation? That means you're losing value on your money. Reason why you're going to talk some crazy nonsense like this, in my opinion, is because I'm going to make this kind of statement so everybody sits there and says, oh my God, I better put my money in the bank and hoard my money there and wait for this inflation. Come on, American citizens, please. This nonsense right here is misinformation, and there is no way you're going to be able to hold on to cash while inflation is kicking your butt, because inflation is going to be over 15-20% this year. That means I have $100 right now. Into this year, I'm only going to be able to buy $80 worth of whatever I could have bought today. Okay, does that sound like you should be hoarding cash? Hell no. Come on, man. I get disgusted watching this BS. Now, all I can say is get your extra streams of income, ladies and gentlemen. Get your stocks, get your assets, get everything that you can, because you are competing not only against other investors, you're also competing against hedge funds, corporations, banks, pension funds, everything. This is all coming to a head. There's going to be the haves and have-nots, and I don't want anybody in SSN Nation to be a have-not. I want you to keep fighting so you can be up there, and we're coming out with SSN Lifestyle because of this nonsense right here. All right? So with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why I tell you the real deal, because it's real in the field out here. They're taking names, numbers, and prisoners and trying to jack people, just like my boy JB was just talking about something the other day, which we talked about like months ago when they went to Beverly Hills and the federal government went in and took somebody. They were supposed to have a subpoena for one or two boxes of an individual. So what did they do? They took everybody's boxes, and then they turned around and said, we don't know how you got all this stuff in here. We want you to prove that you're not a criminal. You understand what's happening here, ladies and gentlemen? So therefore, that's why we talk about offshore. That's why we talk about other countries. Because if this goes down just like, well, 1930s all over again, where your money's stolen, your property's stolen, your gold and silver is stolen, where you going to be? Hemmed up, right? Like I said, you can join about 20 of us at Dominican Republic, because I know I can get on a boat from Florida and get there. All right? With or without my passport. You follow what I'm saying? All right, ladies and gentlemen, with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.